What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Friday, April 11th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Got a lot of action lined up for today's card. MLB on the board, full card. NBA as well. We've got some NHL on the board as well. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout, 15% off your purchase. But we're here to talk about a 5-game NHL card. Not going to lie to you guys, I'm not in love with the NHL slate today. There are a couple games I like. Don't know if it's enough to make my premium side, but we're still going to talk about them all here. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game takes us to the Prudential Center where the New Jersey Devils take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And this is a bit of a dicey matchup here because both these teams, know their fate. I mean, the New Jersey Devils know they're going to be facing the Carolina Hurricanes on the road in the first round of the NHL playoffs, while the Pittsburgh Penguins are on the outside looking in. Pittsburgh's had issues with consistency as of late. They've been able to pick up some wins here and there. They even beat Dallas on the road 5-3, but they've also been able to drop some games. They lost at Chicago 3-1, at St. Louis 5-4, and got blown out by Buffalo and Tampa Bay on the road as well. The New Jersey Devils, they just fell short against Boston. They really have nothing to play for at this point, but the Pittsburgh Penguins for me have been such a disappointment this season that it is really hard to get behind them, even catching a decent amount of plus money. Not a game I'm rushing to the window to bet. One of my least favorite games on the board and one of my least favorite games in a while, but I'll lean towards the Devils in regulation in this one. Now we head to the Canadian Tire Center for a matchup between the Ottawa Senators and the Montreal Canadiens. And this is going to be a really good matchup. Again, a really tough one because both teams actually still have something to play for. Ottawa, is trying to leapfrog Tampa Bay, and Florida into the 3 seed in the Atlantic Division, while Montreal is just trying to lock up a playoff spot. They're inching closer and closer towards when they've won 6 in a row. And that's why I'm leaning towards Montreal here. Ottawa's at least got their spot locked up, while the Montreal Canadiens still have something to fight for. And Montreal's also won all 3 meetings between these two teams this season. There's been just a couple matchups in this Atlantic Division where teams have had other teams' numbers. Toronto's had Tampa Bay's number, Ottawa's had Toronto's number, and Montreal has had Ottawa's number this season. So give me the Montreal Canadiens on the money line in this one. Now we head to the Amalie Arena for this matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Detroit Red Wings. And, I don't love this price with Tampa Bay, but it's Tampa Bay or nothing for me in this one. The Detroit Red Wings have just started to fall apart down the stretch and really just played themselves out of a playoff spot. Detroit did get the win when these two teams first met in Detroit back in January. But other than that, Tampa Bay's won both other meetings this season. They've won 2 of the 3 by a combined score of 11-4. Right now, I just feel like Tampa Bay is the better team. Detroit's lost the first 2 games of this road trip by a combined score of 8-2, 4-1 against Florida, 4-1 against Montreal. They've scored 1 goal in 3 straight road games. Just a completely different team away from the Motor City. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning on the puck line in this one. Next, we had a Rogers Place for a matchup between the Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks. And I get why the Edmonton Oilers would be heavily favored like this, around minus 450, minus 500. They got Connor McDavid back. They're starting to win some hockey games here and there. They just beat the St. Louis Blues at home 4-3. But I can't get there at this price with the Edmonton Oilers. The San Jose Sharks have lost both meetings against Edmonton this season, but both by a score of 3-2, including one in Edmonton back in late December, and then a 3-2 loss in San Jose just about a week ago. And the Sharks just have found a way to just give Edmonton a hard time. There's certain teams where it's just like, they just kind of look past their opponent. Maybe that's what Edmonton's doing with San Jose, not taking them seriously in this one. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen these minus 450, minus 500 favorites in the NHL just fall flat and fall short. And I think that's what could happen here with Edmonton. I'm not saying dump your whole bankroll into this game. I'm just saying for a sprinkle, it's worth taking a shot here on the Sharks plus 2.5 around, a coin flip price, plus 1.5 at plus money, and on the money line at plus 350. game on Friday's card takes us to the Scotiabank Saddledome, where the Calgary Flames and the Minnesota Wild square off. And, the Minnesota Wild are still trying to secure their playoff spot and trying to lock it up. But the thing is, the Calgary Flames are trying to chase them down and trying to chase down the St. Louis Blues as well. They have 2 games in hand on St. Louis, a game in hand on Minnesota, and those games could be key down the stretch. Calgary not out of the race just yet. They play much better at home, where they're 20-12-6 this season. The Minnesota Wild, yes, they play better on the road. Yes, they just got Kirill Kaprizov back in the fold, but I still think this is a Calgary team that you just can't really look past here. The Flames, like I said, they play well at the Saddledome. I think the Saddledome is going to be rocking for Calgary in this one, so I'm going to lean towards the Flames on the money line in this one. You're getting around even money, where there may be slight plus money, and I think that's good value in this matchup to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Friday, April 11th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below, and if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page, and remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.